Turning now to the aftermath of the election in the key battleground of Michigan, where Joe Biden won the state by roughly 145,000 votes. In comparison, Donald Trump won Michigan in 2016 by about 11,000 votes. So let's bring in Michigan's Attorney General Dana Nessel. Thanks so much for your time. Now, you supervise the state's 83 county prosecutors. Your team monitored the more than 5 million votes cast in Michigan for irregularities and fraud. Just to make it crystal clear to our viewers, out of all of those votes, have you received any credible complaints of fraud, either small or widespread, that the president's team has claimed?
Well, when you say any credible claims, we certainly have seen a handful of claims where people tried to vote where they were not eligible to vote, or where people tried to submit applications for absentee voting, but none that were successful and none that actually changed the vote total. So were there a smattering of those claims? Yes, as there are every year, but nothing that would have actually impacted the total vote.
And the campaign is alleging, based on affidavits signed by poll observers, that there was enough wrongdoing in counting votes in Detroit to have a judge prevent the results in Wayne County from being certified. Do these claims have any merit? And why do you believe the president's legal team has zeroed in on Detroit?
Well, firstly, we find these claims to be meritless. They are completely lacking in facts. Where they do supply facts, they're easily debunked. And furthermore, even if all of the claims that were made were true, it would still not change the fact that Joe Biden received nearly 150,000 more votes than Donald Trump in the state of Michigan. So it should not be a factor in this race at all whatsoever. In terms of what the strategy is and why the president's team has elected to go this route, I can't say for sure. I don't know if they're trying to delegitimize Joe Biden once he takes office to make it easier to stop him from promoting his programs, or if they're trying to just stop us from certifying the vote here in Michigan. But either way, I can tell you that at the Department of Attorney General, we are determined to ensure that the will of the people is accurately reflected in who our state electors go towards. And it's really disturbing to us that there is this massive effort by the Trump campaign to undermine democracy in our state. But, so far we're winning every single one of these cases. These cases have been dismissed summarily and found to be completely lacking in validity. And we believe that the election will be properly certified here.
So what's the timeline, would you say, for addressing these claims by the Trump campaign? And do you believe that the vote in Michigan will be certified on time?
I do believe that the vote will be certified on time. I think that these efforts will fail as they have so far. No judge has really entertained these, even in the least. And I think that we're going to move forward and the vote will be certified. The will of the people will be properly reflected. And hopefully there'll be a smooth transition from here on out to the Biden presidency. And I will tell you, things are worse here than ever when it comes to COVID infections, and the numbers of deaths are spiking. Hospitalizations from COVID are spiking. We really need to move on from the election and just move towards solutions to this horrible epidemic that's impacting us so greatly here in Michigan and across the nation.
And really a wide open question for you here. There's been so much misinformation out there. I'd like to give you a moment to clear up any of the common misconceptions that are being shared on social media, specifically about the vote in Michigan.
Well, there's so many of them, and that's the problem, because, again, it really undermines people's faith and confidence in the election system, and they really shouldn't have any questions about it because we have multiple layers of protection here in Michigan. So, you start off at, the city or township level, then it goes to the county level, then it goes to the state, and in each area, there are ways to detect in the event that the vote count is not accurate, or if there's been any fraud of any sort, which is very unusual and you see very little of. But whether you're talking about the, false narratives that dead people have voted, or that votes have been changed from one candidate to another, or anything like that, every single one of these narratives has been quickly debunked. And that's what we're doing whenever we see anything like that. We go out, we investigate, and we've done that in a number of different scenarios already. And each time we find that the claim was either false or was, intended intentionally made fraudulently. And that's what I think is so disturbing to us here in Michigan, and I see this in other states as well. I don't understand why you have either members of the Trump campaign or the Republican parties that are actually asking and sometimes even putting out finder's fees in the event that people are able to somehow manufacture fraud. Election fraud is a very serious crime, and we take that incredibly seriously here in the state of Michigan, and I've prosecuted it myself on a number of occasions. So have the county prosecutors. If you see evidence of a crime, you should report it to law enforcement, and law enforcement responds to it. And so that's what's so concerning. If this was some other type of a crime, if this was a rape or a robbery or a murder, you wouldn't report it to a political party, would you? You would report it to law enforcement, and that's how these claims need to be investigated.
Michigan Attorney General Dana Nessel, thanks so much for your time.
Thanks for having me.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.